Hello students, Professor Nugent here. In this video we're going to discuss missing data. If data is missing, the observations for which data is missing cannot be used in regression analysis for default OLS. That is the complete cases estimator. If data are missing completely at random, we can still assume a random sample so that the multiple linear regression assumption number 2 is still valid. Now we can use a missing data indicator to bring observations back into the analysis for which some of the data is missing. Let's talk about how we can do that. Let's assume that data is available completely for yi x1I through xk minus 1I for I equals 1 through n. But we have some observations missing for xk. Now we want to bring those observations in for xk so that we can at least use the observations on the other variables in the regression analysis. We do the following to bring those observations back in. We define, in essence, two new variables. We define zki, which is equal to xki if xki is not missing, and 0 otherwise. And then we define a dummy variable, mki, which is equal to 1 if mki is missing, and 0 otherwise. We include zki and mki in the regression in place of xki. So we will have a regression y equals beta naught plus beta 1 x1 through beta k zk plus delta 1 mk. And we will interpret beta k as we would usual. Delta 1 won't have a useful interpretation. That's it for missing data for the case that the data are missing completely at random and we can still assume a random sample. Stay tuned to the next video. We will look at situations where the data are not missing completely at random, so we result in non-random samples.